gold, 2 deeds, scriven records of land grants in generations past. Healthstone, common, plus 10% max HP, minus 1 speed. And a citron. So 2 deeds and 4 crests. Ow. First, many victories. So, holy water, anti-venom, food, 2 skeleton keys. So we just sold them off when we came back. Alright, I was wondering if we would hold on to them for next run. Fated. The chance to turn any miss into a hit. That's fantastic.
Let me share with you the terrible wonders I have come to know.
That looks like Thanatos, which is like a repersonification of impending doom, which fits here. So I guess it's fear of death, fear of near death. Over time, some negative quirks will walk into place and become severe. Several negative quirks cost more to remove. Severe negative quirks cost much more to remove in the sanatorium. We now have the tavern and the abbey.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
Heroes relieve stress by taking part in activities at tavern or abbey. Each activity has a different side effect. Experiment to find the best activity for each hero, depending on their quirks. Committing a hero to an activity locks them in that activity until the next week. You have to take a different hero with you on your next quest. So this guy can't gamble. It's best I don't go in there. False allegations and all that. A loveless embrace. What cruel irony. Probably will need to put her in to drink.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The abbey calls to the faithful.
He can only engage in my crusader can only pray. He can't go to the penance hall to flagellate himself, nor can he go to the cloister for peaceful meditation. Improve stress recovery, stress recovery, stress recovery. And presumably somewhere along the line you unlock more slots. So, you can go in here and gamble. Let's tempt fortune, shall we? I don't think anyone else is bad enough to really justify it. Road was rough and dark. Trees worse if it's behind us. Let's hope for someone else. Fear beasts and misses the mark. Mankind hater. Minus 15 stress versus human, plus 15 damage versus human, and compulsive suffers intense need to do specific actions. Gallows humor. When all it reduces their own stress, but has only a chance of reducing allies' stress. Has actually a chance of raising it. Padded sense prevents 9-time ambush. Wound care. Tracking shot. Duelist advance. Open vein. Sure, I'll take you.
Elusive, evasive, persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue.
Grave Robber only, plus 20% damage versus blighted. Sickening Satchel. Don't have a Grave Robber though. They can be killed, they can be beaten. Arbalist. Virtuous Chalice, Vestal only. Plus 10% Virtue Chance, minus 5% maximum health. That's annoying. An oil painting of some distant family relative. Each region has its own challenges. Assemble your party and supplies accordingly.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
Right click on a hero's portrait, image or portrait at any time to bring up a detailed panel showing all heroes' quirks, skills and resistances. I suppose I may as well start with this room just to get the percentage. Must be left untouched.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
That can bite him in the ass quite heavily, the obsessiveness, because you know, he'll click on stuff that are trapped and whatnot, and that is not a good thing. That is not a good thing to do. Just realized I'm doing this without my healer. Gotta hope the extra damage the other guy brings is enough. Damn it. Maybe the extra chance at damage. Nice. Ah. Hold on. Heard a sound. Couldn't tell what it was. It's the washing machine. It just sounds like it's about to take off. I know. I think it's off balance or something.
A faint hope blossoms.
That is creepy. Just the meatballs.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
A bust. A sculpted bust of a once prominent local figure. Again, you can kind of see where like they're going with all the descriptions here. It's all dark and foreboding. Nothing must be left unopened. Pack contains loot. A journal snippet. A snippet from the journal of a doomed expedition. 1,000 gold and a scout key. A boon at last. I am become a trampled journal. 4. I am become vengeance. All cultists will feel my mace. Brigands feel my roar. I am outnumbered, 'tis true. I am starved and half mad. But as long as there is breath in my body, I will press on. I will wreak havoc. I will wreak unbearable agony on those who would seek to despoil my great ments. And now they come. I douse my torch. I do not fear the darkness. This is my house, and woe to the uninvited. Nice. I don't want to die here. Nice. Damn it. If you don't want to die, don't be shit.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Damn it. His resolve is tested. Fearful.
Fear and frailty finally claim their due.
I will not give for a drop of liquid courage. When heroes can't take stress anymore, they become afflicted. This manifests in different behaviors and stat changes. Afflictions last until you send them to treatment in town, unless you can reduce their stress to 0 during the quest. Damn. I have no loyalty to courage. Let us flee now. Damn it. Hit. Thank you.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Healthstone and 2 items. Mayhap we should pause and consider return to town. Skeleton key, jade, emerald, journal page, and gold. I cannot help, but perhaps this can save me. I cannot recall why we blood-soaked pages torn from a journal, 6 of 6. Well, I cannot recall why we ventured onto land. Why did we leave Mother Ocean when Mother Ocean provided all we needed beneath her tender waves? I will now return home, back to her embrace, indecipherable scratchings for the remainder of the page. Actually running out of inventory space. Did you hear that? Halt. We have no way of camping, so we can't really reduce the guy's stress. And he's just going to keep boosting everyone else's stress as we go along. God damn, the torches burn out quickly. Another journal snippet. I will return with back to Black Sapphire's 5 of 5. I will return with Hubert, Cupid's banner, and Bolwyn's crossbow, so as to honour them with a proper burial. I leave what is left of Tristam Misnir and his trinkets to the swine folk. Perhaps they will build him the memorial he rightly deserves.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
No scouting. Hunger. Alright. Body's limit, heart attack. Stress continues to build upon the point of affliction. If the hero's stress bar fills a second time completely, their body will give out. Give them aid or retreat back to town before this happens. You have tracking shot. Nice. Stop hitting him, damn it. Nice. Was the corpse thing always a feature? Because I swear for a time it wasn't. Or there at least was a time when it wasn't. Of course. Nice. Citrine?
This expedition at least promises success.
There's enough room in your inventory. Take all, make room, or choose only what you can carry. So we will 20 gold each.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
I'll turn it down. A long forgotten strong box sits on the Stockholm 4. Its contents unknown. Good, you resist. Oh, I am here. So if we head down to this room, then this should be it. I can't take either.
The light, the promise of safety.
No, gotta leave it.
Mechanical hazards, possessed by evil intent.
I love the descriptions and the narration. It's fantastic. Let's just return to the hamlet. This was a very rough run.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
What was that? A drink, a hand, and a companion. Treat a hero in the tavern. Okay, you're anemic. minus 10% bleed resist, but you're a wild explorer, so plus 10% chance in the wild. You're now a kleptomaniac, like this guy. You're now Warren's Phobe, which increases strength in the stress in the Warrens, and you didn't get out.
There is a great horror beneath the manor. A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
Ooh, by gambling, she got something. Sacred Scroll, minus 10% stress, plus 33% to healing skills, minus 10% stun skill chance, and minus 33% damage. So it basically makes her into more of a healer. Still don't have the one I was looking for. I've never played with the Abomination before, they're new. And again, you favor that spot. Unspeakable Commune. It boosts the stress of all companions, but it prevents nighttime ambush. Sorry. It increases stress, but increases a companion's damage for 4 battles. Wound care. One companion removes bleeding, blight, and blighting, and heals for 15% health. Weird reconstruction, as it can bleed the person, but it can also heal from 0 to 13. Hex vulnerability Hex. Hands from the Abyss and Daemon's Pull. You have all the abilities? I think there's a reason for that. Transform uses 2 per battle. Photomania reduces stress if torture is above 75, but you're fascinated with injury, wounds, and torture. As a human, change into beast, plus 1 speed, increases bite resistance and damage, and heals, but it also increases the stress of the fellow heroes. If as a beast, it changes them to human, reduces speed by 4, and but reduces the fellow hero stress by 2. Rusted chains and incubating mutation. Manacle. It has a chance of stunning. Cool. Beast's Bile. It blights the 2 middle targets on the opponent's side. Does have damage reduction though. 2 points of blight damage per round for 3 rounds, and reduces their blight resistance. Absolution. It heals them and reduces stress. Rake. It's a frontline attack, and it hits the front 2 enemies on the opponent's side. Rage. It can hit any of the first 3 enemies on the opponent's side from the first 2 slots on our side. And this is Slam. First 2 enemies on the other side. 3 and the first 3 slots on our side. It's melee move. Forward 1 and knockback of 2 reduces the target's charge and speed by 10 and 2 respectively, and it does have a slight damage reduction. So that's you, and then you. Forward release reduces crit and range skills, but your runes a runes adventurer reduces stress in runes, and you get bonus damage if the torture is below 26. Ooh. Eldritch Blood, by tapping into that, they get resist to bleeding, blight, and disease, but it increases your stress. Anger Management increases their stress, but reduces that of their companions. Same abilities as the other one. Yeah, I'll take this one.
Tortured and reclusive, this man is more dangerous than he seems. Make no mistake, we will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
Okay, you in here. Crusader. Battle-hardened and stalwart, the Crusader has held the front lines in 100 holy wars. He either attacks foes head-on with righteous fury, or embraces a melee support role by leveraging his powerful defensive buffs and off-heals. Inspiring Cry can hit anyone in the party. It can only heal one, reduces stress by 5, and boosts torch by 5. Holy Lance, which can hit from our back row to the enemy's back tree. Does bonus damage against undead, moves him forward, the Crusader forward 1, and it's an increased chance to crit. Battle heal, it seems it can be any 4 of the party, 2 to 3 heal. Then again, that could be a party heal. Ooh, Bulwark of Fate. Actually, self-mark target, buff self, improves protection. It also boosts torch by 24. Might be worthwhile. If I get this, then skills can upgrade it to rank 2.
The bellows blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
The Crusader wields a heavy plate mail and a longsword. While affording him excellent protection and damage, his armor restricts movements, and his sword cannot be swung effectively in the back ranks. The Furnace reduces the cost, and these allow you to upgrade stuff to higher ranks. Let's boost weapons.
Fan the flames, mold the metal. We are raising an army.
Let's improve his sword. The Highwayman's reinforced overcoat will dull a knife strike, but he relies more on evasion than damage mitigation. His flintlock and short sword afford him great versatility. He's never caught out of position or caught unawares. Blessed plate mail encases Vestal as she delivers terrible violence and healing comfort in equal measure. Mace in one hand and holy book in the other. A study in contrast, and all the more effective for it. The Plague Doctor wears only light coat, intent on remaining as far from melee combat as possible. From the distance she globs toxic satchels that can blind, disorientate, and eat away at her foes. Protected by cursed chains and a thick leathery hide, the Abomination can withstand the pressures of frontline combat as well as any plated footman. His terrible claws are each the size of daggers, and his progressive mutation manifests in unspeakable strength, speed, and a profusion of bile. But needs increased hero resolve. Beaten, branded, imprisoned for untold decades, this furtive vagrant hides a terrible secret. The eldritch poison coursing through his veins has given him unspeakable power at a terrible price. As his form changes, so too does his role in combat. A rogue, a thug, and a thief, the Highwayman has honed his skills with dirk and flintlock to devastating effect. Whether at range or in a melee, he is equally effective at dispatching his foes. Be it a grape shot area of effect or a single target bleed, the Highwayman's skills focus solely on doing damage in a variety of ways. A doctor, a researcher, and an alchemist who prefers to hang back, eating away at her foes with stacking damage over time abilities, like toxic clouds and plague-filled grenades. She's equally effective in a support role, blinding and confusing foes while enhancing a party's survival, with damage increasing tonics and remedies for bleed and blight effects. The warrior nun channels her zeal into battle for battle into healing abilities, holy judgments, and dazzling explosions of light. A strong backbone to any party, the vessel can also hold her own on the front line with a powerful mace bash, and close quarters condemnations. Okay, I'm gonna actually exit the main menu for a second. Campaign. Go to this one. I'm just curious, and our training begins. The first of many has fallen. Just want to check.
See something long absent in the sunken faces of passers-by. A glimmer of hope.
Not sure what that question mark's about. Ugh. I just want to check.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
I was hoping I could have a look here and figure out what my party was. Okay, I think it was a leper, him, and this guy. The cultist. So... Then again, I swore I had someone else. The warrior lady. We haven't seen her yet. Different one.
When the sun shone, and laughter could be heard from the tavern. Some may fall, but their knowledge lives on.
Who boosts accuracy? Yes. Do that. Don't think there's anything against me just upgrading all of this. Definitely want that to go up. I think that's fine as is. You. Yeah, heal party. It has to stipulate that. Need to boost hero resolve. Hero resolve is what they call, leveling up. So I would have to get him his first level before he could do anything. Maybe I should try him out. I need respite. Sacred Scroll. Remember we saw it as a quest reward from the other thing. Very rare. Reduces stress, boosts healing skills, reduces stun skill chance, and reduces damage. Could also give her the Virtuous Chalice, which increases virtue chance when they hit max level strength. Stress. They have a chance of, getting a negative thing or a positive thing. The annoying thing, peace is acceptance. We are all but the playthings of the gods. I think I'm gonna actually have to put this guy and a few other people up. Grab some new people, you know? The light is the one true power. Why not? Then again, maybe... No, you're not stressed enough. You can go and... I'm not sure if I'm... I'll hold on to that guy for now. Bring me something that will burn my throat. Make room, there's a new player at the table.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
I submit myself to the highest power. Padlock of Transference. Abomination. Increases stun skill chance and blight skill chance by 20% each. Bleeding Pendant, Hellion only. Yeah, Hellion, that's it. Defender Seal. Boosts protection and crit. Protection by 5, crit by minus... Well, sorry. Boosts protection by 5%, but reduces CRT, with crit, I presume, by 3%. Bounty Hunter, the unmovable helmet. Improves remove, resist, and the chance of moving someone. I'm fine, quit asking. We could go into the wild, but maybe not. Clear path to the boss. Progress 50%. I'm gonna stick with these because ooh, it's medium. Actually, this would probably be best. It is a complete all room battles, but it's a short thing, so I feel apprehensive about throwing these into a thing. So yeah, you prefer to be there. You're fine in Andy's positions, though to be honest, you do seem best in that slot. But why all the concern? I've seen nothing horrific. So I shall be soldier against corruption. We'll try this party. Might be a little overboard, but I like to be cautious. A well-placed supply item can often protect against hazards of interactive objects you encounter.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.